I don't want this shit floating in the air, and I want to be happy for you. And right now I can't be. I'm angry.
So am I.
Well, tell me why you're angry.
Well, let's sit somewhere good. There's no good places to sit. Where do you want to sit? You want to sit on rocks?
Yeah.
Let me get my football. I'll meet you over there. So what I'm angry about, what I got angry, this fucking rock sucks.
This one's not better. Sit on this one.
So what I was angry about, the dishes are what they are, right? I was upset about the dishes. Like, I'm upset. People walk up when someone's doing the dishes and they tentatively give to you like, oh, I'm sorry, like that you're gonna do the dishes, right? But if no one's around, just throwing a thing, right? So it's like, we just talked about that. I can get with that, that's fine, right? With the panel that I wanted to put together, right? I didn't even care what you guys came up with. You know, I didn't care if you decided, oh, we're just gonna write it on the wall, because I knew Nikki doesn't want to punish. I don't think he wanted to punish. I don't know how you felt, but I respect your views, you know, because I think you're a strong person. And I know Amanda, she wanted to drop the hammer on people. You know what I'm saying? Even that didn't bother me so much. But what really set it off was like, I felt such like dagger from you. And I was like, what? Like, not that I say I would expect you to be on my side. That's not what I'm saying, you know, but like, yeah, dishes are fucked. Like, when you were talking about your business and you're like so wrapped up into yourself, and I got like really hurt because I was like, aren't we all here together? Especially, I thought Hex was like one of the people who wasn't like down with that, like, and would be here for like the big picture instead of like her business, because like you kind of didn't want money. So like when you got like came at me so hard, like I was like, it wasn't the context, but we could have been talking about two rocks, you know what I'm saying? But it was like how hard you came at me. Then I like switched it, and like I was so mad, and I put my anger off on something else, you know, because like there was a minute like I wanted to attack you, not like physically, but I wanted to have a verbal. But I was like, you know what, no, I don't want to do that, because I love her. She's like such a great person. If I didn't have her here, like you're my go-to, you know what I'm saying? So it really hurt me here. And then I was just like, I was so upset, and that's what really like put me over the edge.
Well, let me clarify this, because obviously this is, you couldn't be more wrong. I mean, in what you've gathered and why you were angry. Two things. One, I totally agree with you on the dishes. Like, you weren't wrong in saying and thinking that I was going against you on the dishes. I wasn't at all. I felt like you, because to me right now, Rob, you are the leader, and what you say goes. So when you came to me and you were like saying stuff about the dishes, I was like, yeah, the dishes are fucked. And then you were like, and then you made the sentence, you said, if there are no repercussions, like, why should anyone have to do it? And I'm like, yeah, you're totally right. And then I felt like you wanted me to do it immediately. And in my head, I was like, I'm already on the computer. Do you want me to stop what I'm doing and just be done with it and jump on that? And I kind of was like offended at that. And then I also felt kind of like you were putting the whole dish blame on me.
What now?
I felt like you were putting the whole dish blame on me because I hadn't got the group together and done the repercussions yet. And to me, in my head, I was like, the next meeting isn't even until Monday. So I didn't know, are you going to hold an emergency meeting and we're going to do them as soon as possible? Is this a huge priority and I should stop what I'm doing? I didn't know. So when you came at me like that, I was like, if you would have just come up to me and said, hey, Hex, are the repercussions done? I would have been like, no, do you want them today? You could have said, yeah, done today. I would have been like, cool, finish it as soon as I'm done. That's, I mean, how that could have totally gone down, because we don't disagree in that. I just thought that I had more time. So did I make it an immediate priority? No, because there are 4 of us anyway. And does that even mean that I haven't started thinking about it? No, I've already been writing down everything in my notebook, and I was waiting to get together with all 4, and we could talk about it. Ernesto's been doing the same. So we've been working about it individually, but we haven't come together yet. And I don't want to rush something like that either. I think that's a reason why we get into ruts like this, is because we just throw it together and implement it, and it doesn't work. So I did feel like you singled me out and kind of put that dish blame on me, and what I was trying to get across was like, repercussions or not, people still are not taking accountability here. And I felt like I was to blame for that, or that's what I was getting from you, and that's why I was upset. And the other thing, and I understand that you don't know what I'm doing behind the computer, but I get emails all day about the jewelry. And Rob, I have never asked for a dime. Every single piece of jewelry that I put out there is a barter. I've so far gotten sleeping bags, blankets, socks. They're for everybody. I'm not asking for money. When I say business, I'm not thinking 20% me, 80% to the group. I don't give a fuck about taking a percentage. But when people ask, even if they didn't pay me or barter me for anything, like, I'm honored that people want a piece from me. That is, like, really important to me. Like, because my jewelry's not good, Rob. You know?
It is. No, it is.
But it's like people are reaching out to me because they want to support me. So I felt like that was important. And that's what I wanted to get across to you. It was like, it's not the money thing. I'm not, you know me. I don't want for anything.
Yeah, that's why I was so like,
I don't want
what
anything
is that?
here.
Yeah.
The reason I was going so hard is I'm like, I'm getting better jewelry barters. I can continue to do what I'm doing. I like making the jewelry. And I thought I was helping the group. Like, I'm getting blankets and all this other clothes and stuff we need immediately. I don't give a nothing here. I survive great on $10 a week, just the same as anybody else. I don't want that surplus. The 20% was offered to me. I sat right here and said, I'm not going to participate in it. And that's going to continue to be that way. So when you say you don't understand the bigger picture, I thought that you understood that I did.
I didn't. Like, I didn't understand, like, what you were doing. And I can see how you kind of felt the same way I did. Like I felt, why are you coming at me like this? And you felt the same way. And I think for like you and I, like, we're 2 of the people that it hurts me so much more to argue with you than it would to be to any of these people. Because, like, you know, you're my I and I understand, like, on the flip side, you were feeling the same way.
I felt the exact same. I was like, why is he coming? I felt
and
like,
did it hurt so much because it was me?
It was so bad.
Because it was me?
Yeah. And I tried to, I was like, I knew right when this was happening, because you and I were both at that yelling point, and I'm like, this isn't what I'm trying to communicate.
I thought the same thing. I saw the same, because I'm looking at you, and in my mind I'm saying, just back up, and I can hear it saying, just back up, relax, this Hex, relax. You know what I'm saying? But the other side was like, wow, dude, wow, seriously?
And
it's
then
like
it
that?
hurt me even worse when, like, Katie had to come sit between you and I at the dinner table. Like, I thought that was bogue. And then, like, you made another comment about, like, oh, I learned something new to you. Like, made a slight at the table, which kind of hurt me too. You just, like, something was said about Jess, and you were like, yeah, it's positive. And then you went on to say something like, yeah, I guess I learned something else today too.
Oh, no. That was Josh said something about squeaky wheel. And it was like it was the red thing.
Yeah.
It was about red. He's like, He's like, oh, squeaky wheel. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I learned that too today. It wasn't about you, but it was about like, oh, yeah, I guess the squeaky wheel gets like, whatever.
Just to...
It wasn't about you.
Yeah, just to reiterate, though, I wanted you to know that, like, I got initially hurt because I felt like you were trying to... and then you made the comment about, like, no, you're all adults, you can handle it. And then I felt that was kind of, like, condescending, and it just, like, escalated. And I felt like, I'm like, this is Rob, and he's kind of trying to, like, put this lack of group accountability on me not having...
Yeah, and I didn't mean to.
And me not having the repercussions on. So, like,
yeah, no,
boom, I'm immediately, like, what the...
Because I was just, like, I was, like, venting. Because it's, like, I just saw it as, like, such a... And not a disrespect to me personally. I just saw it as a disrespect to everybody.
And then when you were like, you don't get the bigger picture.
Everybody.
Like,
but that's when I didn't understand what you were doing.
Yeah,
you
I don't go on, I'm not on there going hard trying to get dough.
Yeah.
Like, most of the time when people are like, they don't email me and even ask for money, and I don't say, hey, it's $40. I want $40.
Yeah.
And even, like, some of the bartering I see happening here is private bartering.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
Yeah.
I've never asked for, like, oh, man, I could really use a pair of high heels. Like, slip that in there.
Yeah.
Never.
No, there's
when
a lot of that.
When I'm doing business, it's first and foremost, I put it as a priority because I'm simply just honored that someone would want a piece from me.
Yeah.
And that's important to me. So I'm going to put that in part of my priorities. Is it the priority? No. But is it is it important to me? Yeah.
See, I wish we had talked like this before. I wish I knew what you were doing.
Yeah, I just wanted to, like, that's why I was like, you know what? And that's why even up there, like, someone was like, man, are you going to file a complaint? I'm like, no. Like, that's Rob. And it's going to come around. And I think we're past the point of having to tell each other that we're in each other's corner.
Yeah, I know.
And that's why I... on this too. Like, that whole thing that transpired there, I was like, he's so right. Yeah. And then that whole shit up there, so right. That's why, like, you and I are on the same page always. I'm always in your corner, and not just because I like you, but we are like-minded. Yeah. And that's why when you were trying to say, when I felt like you were kind of like, I felt...
You felt personally. Yeah, you felt like I was talking to you personally.
Yeah, I felt like you were trying to talk to me personally.
And it wasn't.
I felt like I was somehow responsible for the dirty dishes because I hadn't done the repercussions yet.
No, I understand that. And that's totally not the way...
And it just came from that one sentence, like, oh, if there were repercussions, I kind of thought you were trying to, like...
Yeah, no. And that's not what I meant at all, you know, because Mike doesn't want that at all. He doesn't want any repercussions. None. So it's like... And that was more of what that was, because we can't do it.
Well, you were right, though. You're like, okay, if there are no repercussions, people are just going to continue to do what they're doing. Yeah. You're right. I don't disagree with you there. Yeah. And I felt like and then I felt like, well, wait,
I was
we're
just
on the same page.
raving.
Why are we so, like...
Yeah.
And it just, like, whatever. Even our fights are the same. We fight the same. It's ridiculous how similar we are, but... That's why I was like, okay, this isn't going to go anywhere, and I can't articulate what I'm trying to articulate with him right now because he's so heated. Yeah. So I was like, and then when I said, Rob, I'm like, because you were like, you kept saying the thing about the repercussions, and I was like, Rob, I'm doing business right now. And then you were like, fuck business, you know.
That's what I was like.
Yeah, I wasn't like, oh, boy, I can't wait to fucking make $40 off this broad so I can go get some J's. Even at home, Rob, I don't have a nickel to my name. I don't own anything. Like, if I don't have it out there and it doesn't matter to me, it wouldn't matter to me here either. Like, I haven't had a whole lot my whole life. Like, with the things I asked for, I got. But was I ever in a surplus? Did I ever have, like, a private driver and all this? No. The clothes I wear, I get from other people. I get them because they're cheap. I get them. It's like, monetary things are so unimportant to me. And I thought that you knew that about me, which is why I didn't understand. You were so mad when you came at me with the business thing. When I use the word business, I don't mean like, hurry up and get the money, capitalist. I want to be the richest person in utopia. Like, I was really trying hard to, like, get us blankets, get us socks, get us shit we didn't have to pay for that we need.
That's why I was so shocked about that. That's what it hit me off.
You can go through my emails. I haven't taken a... I kind of feel bad because I'm not bringing in any money.